Okay, good evening, everyone. Can everybody hear me? Is that going out? Okay. You know, this is truly a great day in the history of this school district, and a great day not only for this school district, but I believe the city of Fairborn. I have outstanding news to share with you tonight. A Fairborn Flyer alumnus has given another donation to the Fairborn City School District. The donor, who chooses to remain anonymous, made a $2.5 million donation to help the school district purchase land for the purpose of building a new high school. Yeah. The 86 acres of land sits between Commerce Center Boulevard and Interstate 675 south of Garland. Combined with the $750,000 donation made for technology, this Fairborn Flyer alumnus has put the school district on a trajectory for success with donations totaling $3.25 million. The Fairborn Board of Education voted to put a $5.83 million bond issue on the November ballot for a new high school. The new high school will cost approximately $72 million to build. The cost to homeowners with a home valued at $120,000 will be an additional $17 per month, or about $200 a year. If successful, the district will construct a new high school, and after completion, will move the middle school to the old high school. I can honestly say that in all my years in education, I have never experienced such an incredible gesture for a public school district. This donation will allow the school district to purchase land and to have a solid plan for the school district for the future, providing a facility with upgraded technology and infrastructure. The high school will be a symbol of pride in this community and create an educational environment to prepare our students for the future. And in the words of the Fairborn fight song, fight the team across the field, show them that Fairborn's here, set the earth reverberating with a mighty cheer. Fairborn is certainly cheering and thankful today because of a former Fairborn Flyer who has shown us who we are, and that where you grew up and attended school was an important part of who you are today. Our community will be reverberating for years to come as we build the school district of the future. And I would just like to say to this donor, thank you for believing in your hometown school district. Thank you for caring enough to give back with this incredible donation. And thank you for helping us build a bright future for the Fairborn City Schools. And before I ask the board members to come up, and I'd like Jeff Patrick and Kevin Philo, if they would come forward at this moment, if you would, all. Jeff, you can come over on this side and over here. Mr. McCourt and members of the Fairborn City Schools Board of Education, I would like to present you with this $2.5 million check from our anonymous donor. incredible. And if you all would just remain here. And before I turn it over to Mr. McCourt, the board president, and the rest of the board members to say a few words, I have a statement that I would like to read from our donor. He says, "My first class moving to Fairborn High School was a summer school typing class before my sophomore year started. Of course, we used manual typewriters, something hard to find today. That one class ended up serving me well over the years, as fast and accurate typing turned out to be critical in all my professional activity, but is also symbolic of what my Fairborn experience provided. At the turn of the 20th century, Dayton and Huffman Prairie were a hub of creative energy in the country. The World Wide Web of aviation information was in Chicago with Octave Chanute, a true believer in the open and free exchange of information for the advancement of science. Chanute collected theories, reports of experiments, and the occasional advancement in heavier than air flight from around the world. He was where Dayton's Wright brothers went via mail rather than Googling to learn everything they could about what all other pioneers in aviation were doing to solve the mystery of such powered flight. The brothers learned everything that was known to mankind, and that knowledge fueled their curiosity, enabling them to conquer human flight. It is more important today for students to have technology to access the best teachers and chaperones to guide them, especially if they are required to safely distance. When students have access to today's communications, technologies offer an ability to learn from today's Chanute, Aristotle, and Leela Kubesh, no matter where the future flyers are or what language they or their teachers speak. Fairborn now has the land on which the community can build a learning environment to see it through this century. A vaccine will come soon. The pandemic will end. And if Fairborn supports the bond levy, the community now has a place to put a new modern campus, to grow a new generation, to conquer life's mysteries. And that, again, is a statement from our Fairborn Flyer donor. How about that? Again, before I turn it over to our board president and the Board of Education, I have to thank, this has been a process. And in all my years, I never experienced anything like this. But it was a process in this happening. And I could not have gotten it done had it not been for Mr. Jeff Patrick, our Director of Business Affairs, and our Treasurer, Kevin Philo. This was a heck of a team effort, and we got it done. And bottom line, not only for the community, but it's for our kids and future leaders of this country. With that, that's all I have. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. McCourt, our board president.
Thank you, Gene. Boy, I never thought this would happen. You know, when this board assembled this team a long time ago, we thought we had something special. We added to the team, and then we knew we had something special, not knowing that this would be down the road for us. I think the mere fact that we're looking at $3.25 million tells me that we are a great district. and our people do come back, and our people never forget that in our donor and in my mind, we were then and will always be a flyer. As we start to open up the new primary building, I've said this, I can't wait to see the young kids' faces. But folks, if our taxpayers will give us the permission to go forward with this, I guarantee you this is going to be the showplace of the Miami Valley, because this board wants exactly that. And our kids deserve it. It's been a long time coming. And again, Gene, I thank you and your team. I thank the board. Of course, we thank our donor. And we thank another one who's going to stay anonymous. But we appreciate everything. Anybody else? Jerry? Thank you so much.